Greetings and salutations, everybody. Lord X here, coming at you with a video for the first time in a long time. I know things haven't happened. There hasn't been any OGW stuff. Let's just say that WWE 2K20 really killed any motivation moving forward on that for the time being. Who knows? Maybe I'll return to 2K19 and do something. But anyway, that's not today's video. That's not the point. Today's video is that we're finally coming to an end of 2019, which means the 2019 glitched out gaming fantasy draft has basically come to a close, unless something like Ooblets gets an 2019 release date, or Tunic, which only applies to one person here. Yeah, unless some random games get a sudden release date. Everything's out now that we picked in our drafts, from myself, DCRediah, Aaron B, Stephen A, and of course Aussie Legend. So with that, we are going to run down through the scores. And first off, the main draft between myself and DCRediah, I'm going to go through those. So up first, I picked first, so let's go with myself here. So my number one pick was Pokemon Sword/Shield, and that ended up with a 81 on Metacritic. And of course, folks, all of our scores for these games came from Metacritic. I went through, I picked the highest Metacritic score, so if something was on PS4 and Switch, and the Switch version got a 95, and the PS4 version got a 93, we went with the 95 for the Switch version. So it's the highest score that a game received on whatever platform. And I'll say the platforms that they got the scores on as well. Alright, I think that's it. We had 2 substitutions, so if something got delayed, one of the subs went in. If you want to know the scores, go back and check out the actual video from like way back at the beginning of the year. Anywho, let's just continue going here, shall we? Number 2, I picked Kingdom Hearts 3, and that got an 83% on PS4. Next up, number 3, I picked The Outer Worlds, which ended up with an 86 on PlayStation 4. My number 4th pick, number 4, I had The Last of Us Part 2, which ended up getting delayed to May 2020. And that was delayed after 2 of my other picks, so my 2 substitutions are still coming here. Number 5, I had Mortal Kombat 11, which ended up with an 86 on Xbox One. Number 6, my 6th pick got delayed. That was going to be Ori and the Will of the Wisp. That's delayed till February of 2020. In its place, my first substitution, which ended up being very good getting put in, was Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which ended up with a 91 on Xbox One. So that substitution really worked out in my favor here. Number 7, I had Wargroove, which ended up with an 84 on the Switch and PlayStation 4. Number 8, I had Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which ended up with an 89 on Nintendo Switch. Number 9, I had Metro Exodus with an 82 on Xbox One and PC. My number 10 pick, of course, got delayed. That was Animal Crossing for Switch. So that got delayed to March of 2020. And so my second substitution went in, Days Gone, which ended up with a 71 on PlayStation 4. So, in total, my total score ended up being 753, or 75.3%. Moving on to DCRediah, his number 1 pick was Devil May Cry 5, which ended up with an 89 overall on PC. His number 2 game, Digimon Survive, got delayed to 2020, and its place was Rage 2, which ended up giving him a 73 on PC. His number 3 pick, Psychonauts 2, also got delayed to 2020, and in its place was Shenmue 3, which ended up with a 70 on PlayStation 4. That was actually his sub 1 pick. So his number 3 pick got delayed first, which ended up getting replaced by Shenmue 3. And then his number 2 pick, which was Digimon Survive, got replaced by Rage 2. Number 4, he had Ace Combat 7, which ended up with an 80 on PlayStation 4. His his 5th pick ended up being Jump Force, with a 61 on Xbox One. Number 6, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, with an 83 across PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Number 7, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox, delayed to 2020. There's no real Western release date known for the game yet. And yeah, unfortunately, folks, we do go with Western release scores or overall scores that Metacritic counts, so it has no score. It's a 0, unfortunately. Number 8, Yoshi's Crafted World, ended up with a 79 on Nintendo Switch. And number 9, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, with a 67 on Nintendo Switch. And his final pick, number 10, Super Robot Wars T. Western release is still unknown, maybe coming in 2020. We have no idea yet, even if it's going to get released over here. So, unfortunately, that leaves DCRediah with a score of 602, or 60.2%. So, between the main draft, between myself and DCRediah, I won 2019 with that score of 753%. Great game, DCRediah. Hope to see you battling it out in the fantasy draft of 2020. Always fun, and thank you again so much for joining me this year in the 2019 draft. I really appreciate it. You're a good buddy, good friend. I hope to battle it out with you again in 2020. Views on the 2020 draft following the listener picks. So the listener picks for 2019, we had Aaron B, Stephen A, and Aussie Legend battling it out. And only one person here actually got a full list of 10 games with scores across the entire draft. Actually, myself and DCRediah had 0, at least 1-0 in each of our picks. And yeah, only one person here actually got a full roster of 10 games with scores. Alright, so first up, Aaron B. First, his number 1 pick was Kingdom Hearts 3, which scored a 83 on PlayStation 4. Number 2, Metro Exodus, with an 82 on Xbox One and PC. Number 3, Sirocco, I cannot pronounce that for the life of me, Shadows Die Twice, with a 91 on Xbox One. His number 4 pick, Animal Crossing, got delayed till 2020, and in its place, Tunic arrived in. But unfortunately, there's an unknown release date for Tunic, and try as I might, I looked around, and the developer really hasn't said if it's still coming in 2019 or not, so maybe we get a sudden release date for that, but right now it's looking like it's going to be in 2020. Number 5, he had Fire Emblem 3 Houses with an 89 on Nintendo Switch. Number 6, Indivisible with an 82 on Xbox One. Number 7, In the Valley of the Gods, delayed, maybe? I looked into it, and it looks like the developers right now have put the game on hold as they're working on other Valve titles, including Half-Life Alyx. So, maybe 2020 for In the Valley of the Gods? We really don't know yet. Which is unfortunate, because I'm looking forward to that game, too. Number 8, and this is where Aaron B got the listener pick award for 2019, in my opinion, because he's the only one that went with Untitled Goose Game, which got an 81 on Nintendo Switch. So yeah, props to Aaron B for picking that game when nobody else did. Number 9, he had Ooblets, which, again, delayed till 2020. There's really no release date known for that game yet, so if it does end up getting, released before the end of the year, maybe I'll comment on it in the 2020 draft video, or I will update the description down below in this video, updating Aaron B's overall score if it does get released here in 2019, sorry. And number 10, he went with After Party, which scored a 75 on PC and Xbox One. And his second sub pick, which didn't get put in, I guess it could, but like I said, the 2 delayed games up there, or 3 delayed games really, we really don't know if they're coming out in 2019 or 2020 yet. There hasn't been any solid confirmation onto it, so I never updated them with the second substitution pick, which was Spelunky 2, which did get delayed to 2020 confirmed. So Aaron B's overall score for this year is 583, or 58.3%. Good showing, Aaron. Love that you joined us yet again for another draft, and I hope to see you in 2020. Stephen A. His picks are as follows. Number 1, Metro Exodus, with an 82 on PC and Xbox One. Number 2, Total War 3 Kingdoms, with an 84 on PC. And I do have a little note here to check that again, which I actually never did before doing this video because I am a terrible, terrible person, apparently. It actually has an 85, so there we go, folks. It was a good thing I went and checked that again. I will actually have to edit this video a little bit down while I'm doing it. But yes, it has an 85 on Metacritic, which means I gotta bump up that score by 1. Doesn't change very much, but gotta be professional here. Next up, he had Shadows Die Twice, with a 91 on Xbox One, of course. Number 4, Mortal Kombat 11, with an 86 on Xbox One. His 5th pick, Super Meat Boy Forever, did get delayed till 2020, and in its place went in his first substitution was The Division 2, 84 on PC. Sorry, I'm just jumping over here, Windows closing on me randomly. Professionalism. So yeah, substitution number 1, The Division 2 with an 84 on PC. Number 6, Wolfenstein Youngblood with a 69, Bow Chicka Wow Wow, on PC. His number 7 pick, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, was delayed till 2020, and in its place was Gears 5, which gave him an 84, so a very good substitution there for Stephen A. Number 8, Neo 2, unfortunately delayed till 2020. Number 9, Days Gone, which got him a 71 on PlayStation 4. And number 10, Doom Eternal, which again, unfortunately, delayed till 2020. And that was battling it out with Animal Crossing then. So, Stephen A's final overall score, he has a few really big numbers there despite 2 delays. So, Stephen A ended up with 652 as his final score, or 65.2%. So, very good, Stephen A. And that bumps you up now as the leader in the listener picks. And now comes Aussie Legend. And as you can tell, folks, from what I've read in Stephen A. and Aaron B. with delays, Aussie Legend is the only person this year in the draft to get 10 games with scores, which means that he probably did very, very well, as you can already tell. So, Aussie Legend's picks are as follows. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which ended up with an 81 across PS4, Xbox One, and PC. His number 2 pick, Doom Eternal, got delayed till 2020, and in its place was Anthem, which gave him a 65 on Xbox One. As I mentioned to him on Twitter, this was his Ralph Wiggum of the year, but at least it gave him a number, not too low of a number. Number 3, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is right now on Metacritic an 82 across PC and Xbox One. Number 4, The Division 2, with an 84 on PC. Number 5, Gears 5, with an 84 on Xbox One. His number 6 pick, Bayonetta 3, still has an unknown release date, 2020, pretty sure now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And in its place came his second substitution, Madden NFL 20, with a 79 on Xbox One. Number 7, Indivisible, with an 82 on Xbox One. Number 8, Anno 1800, with an 81 on PC. Number 9, After Party, with a 75 on Xbox One and PC. And rounding it out, number 10, My Friend Pedro, with an 81 on PC, which if you do the math and calculate it up, Aussie Legend's total score ended up being 784 or 79.4%, which means Aussie Legend not only won the listener battle this year for the fantasy draft, but also won the entire thing overall. So, congratulations to Aussie Legend on being the overall winner for the Glitched Out 2019 Gaming Fantasy Draft. And folks, thank you all for listening. Thank you everybody for joining in on the fantasy draft for this year. And yes, there will be a 2020 draft, and I hope that I can get that video up and do the draft between myself and hopefully DCRediah. But anyways, thank you folks for tuning in. The 2020 draft will happen before the end of the month, as I want to include January games this year. However, that video and the draft itself to do the draft will not happen until after the Game Awards, so that we, know a few more release dates possibly, or 2019 reveal games that might be happening that we don't know about yet and possibly will get delayed. And we have new consoles, I think, of next year, so we can speculate and make random, guesses into the ether of games that may happen in 2020. We don't know yet, but it's going to be fun. Thank you all again for listening in. I've been Lord X. You have been awesome, and I'll catch you next time.